everybody, my name is Peter Fiala, and tonight I'll talk about how I used cloud-based AI for motion capture. Two different ways. One was from video footage to capture the motion of the body, and the other one was from audio voice dialogue and to make facial animation and lip sync, and then I combined the lip sync layered over top of the motion of the body. So since the last time this event ran is when I started presenting this research, and I started with things like 2D concept art to make AI, neural radiance fields from on-site photos to make real-time game environments, and then also AI-generated 3D models that I then took over as a human-trained 3D artist. But I don't actually have time to talk about that today, so I made a YouTube channel just for tonight. And in front of you, take 1, take 2, take 5, and once everyone's done presenting, you can scan that QR code and it'll show you the videos that were recorded. Some are still coming, actually, and that lead up to tonight. So the different stages in the production pipeline and visual effects and animation and some game-related stuff. And okay, so what you'll see here is the real-time, or pardon me, the AI generation of 3D characters is kind of a hot topic at the moment. And these space aliens here, they were shown at the end of my last presentation to say thank you to everyone for coming for lunch. They were clapping and applauding and so on. And so I'm a modeler and texture artist. So how did I get this animation? Well, before I talk about the AI and motion capture that I'm going to talk about tonight, I didn't actually animate these. All I did is I went to this website that's actually been around for quite some time, before we all started using the word AI in like every second sentence. And here what you do is you upload your space alien, if you're me, and it auto-generates the skeletal armature, like the bones, for you, and then it binds all the vertices and the geometry to the bones, and you can download it from there, or you can apply different motions to it and that are sort of already available. So here you can see one of my space aliens from one of my presentations, the AI Everything Everywhere CTL presentations. And here's my space alien doing an like, hi-ya, MMA kick. And so one of the things about this is I want to explain that none of the work I started showing since last March is production quality. You wouldn't include it in anything that you pay for to watch or to play. They're all just proofs of concept, and there's errors here and there, and I just keep going even though I know I should fix them. So that's kind of the level of quality I've been going for. So now, finally, what I wanted to talk about tonight. So AI in motion capture. So before we talk about what I did with AI, we should talk about how motion capture has been for like the last 20 years. So what you see here is what I'm calling like legacy non-AI motion capture. And I have a pretty strong feeling that AI is just gonna like wipe out this old paradigm of software and hardware. Here you see like, being a bit unfair here, but it's like a big white elephant. Like you need how much money, you need how much square footage, there's all that setup, there's the calibration, there's the maintenance, and then you need a crew of personnel that know how to use it so that you can end up with usable data in the end for your movie or your game, right? So, but I'm being a bit unfair because this is if you have $200 million for your superhero film, and I'm just like one guy with no budget, so I'm not really. So here you go. So okay, fine. So not a suit, not a room. Pardon me. So what about a suit? So you can't just put these things on and go. I mean, I know that it's not that hard, but still, there's calibration involved. And actually, one of our former grads from the AVFX program in which I teach was working with one of these. And if you're in a building with lots of metal beams everywhere, it throws off the data. So, okay, so here we have non-AI stuff still, but this is as good quality as it gets. If you work for James Cameron, you have years for R&D, money's no expense, you can hire the best people from around the world, and it's the highest level of quality. But that's not the level I'm going for. So what level of quality am I going for? So here's an example of a VR game I play in my living room. It's a boxing app, and it's actually a pretty good workout. The volume's gonna be a bit loud on this clip, I apologize. So watch your ears, I guess. But you'll notice how I ever so subtly cropped a frame showing you the position, the fist that she's making with her hands, right? Okay, so here we go.
Today we're going to be learning the uppercut. This is a power focus strike designed to deliver the knockout. Let's break it down. Remember your stance checklist. Left foot forward, right heel up, slight bend in the knees, guard up, fist tight. Now the front uppercut. Slight bit of weight on the front leg, bend your knees slightly, then drive upwards. Turn your wrist over and point your knuckles up to the ceiling.
Okay, so this is Nicola Adams, 2 times Olympic champion, household name. And then in this app, they didn't hire like a human animator to spend 15 minutes to curl her. She even tells you to make a tight fist, right? So if I pay a monthly subscription for a game like this and they don't worry about hands and fingers, then for quality's sake, I don't have to either, right? Okay, so let's see if I can get this to move forward. Okay, so since I can't help myself and I'm a modeler and a texture artist, as you can see that repeating face there everywhere, I made myself a special space alien just for tonight's presentation. And if you go to my YouTube channel by scanning the QR code, it'll be the video with like number 3 in the name. So they're sequential. So if you start with the one that has 001 and then so on, right? So anyway, now how did I do mocap with AI? So the same company that made that suit I showed a couple slides ago has this cloud-based AI app, and all you need is 1 or 2 webcams, some printed out patterns. One's a lens grid and the other's an augmented reality marker pattern. You carefully mount them on cardboard, as you see I've done there, and then you just need a computer, an app, and like someone who's like me who's not very good at acting. And then here's, you can see like in a domestic setting, the cameras are set up, you calibrate the lens grids in like a minute each or something, and then you put the augmented reality marker pattern on the floor, and that's how it knows where the ground is, okay? And then what you do is there you can see in the top right of these images, you can see the actor, and let's get this going. Okay, you don't actually have to do a T-pose for those of you that know about animation, but anyway, it's calculating that in real time. And then what's happening is it's all in the cloud, and then you wait a minute or two, and then you can download it, and you can see the results there of that one sort of guy that's waving right now in the center of the screen. Okay, and what you do with that then is you bring it into a program like Maya, which is what we use in my program in the Animation and Visual Effects 4-year degree here on campus for rigging and for character animation. So this was just like a test done with 1 camera in early days. So you can see like, that's the whole point of the AI that I was using, was to give me the skeletal armature with the animation on it from 2 cameras, right? In this case, 1 camera. Okay, so that was part of my, what I wanted to achieve. And as cool as that is, because I think it's pretty cool, it didn't help me with facial animation, right? There was no lip sync, no dialogue. So I wanted to use AI for that as well. And the truth is I had no idea if what was out there, if it was possible, and I just set out to try and do that. So I found this app here, and what's different about this one is you record your own dialogue, your own voiceover, and then you just feed that into the AI app and it does its magic, and then you get your lip syncing and dialogue. So,
hello, you wonderful showcase attendees.
okay, so now we have here me just being a little bit, having some fun and pushing the limits of everything here. I'm trying to retarget that normal looking guy to my space alien, and I have the really ridiculous design of the eyes on stalks and mouth being too big and so on. And so it was all a gamble. I didn't really know if I could do this or not, if I could get either of them to work or if I could stitch them together. So without further ado, here with lots of gambles, evenings, weekends, Christmas, holidays, and so on. Here's our hero of the evening, the space alien, here to talk to us.
Hello, showcase attendees. I am a space alien, and my movements were captured using cloud-based AI, where one type of AI was used to capture the movements of my body, and another type was used to capture my facial performance and dialogue. Well, goodbye, Earthlings.
All right, thank you, Space Alien. Okay, so for the conclusion here, I have a few things that are disparate topics, but I'm just one person, right? And I gambled, and I was able to make it work. And so proof of concept, you could see he was shaking a little bit and stuff, but again, it worked. And since I'm a modeler and texture artist, I have all these ideas that live in my head, but I had to do rigging in my former life in the industry, but I'm a terrible character animator, and so I would never go far enough with those ideas, except now I can with this AI kind of stuff. So another kind of completely different topic, but we want to train our grads in my program to be industry ready, but the studios have not been telling us to teach AI yet. They just have not. But if lessons from history can be, learned, I guess, with like things like real-time game engines. We kept asking, should we teach it yet? And the studios would say no. Should we teach it? They'd say no. And then one day they're like, okay, go. And then so that summer we had to learn it and have it in our curriculum. So that's why I'm working on it right now. So thank you. So here's my kind of conclusion here is that you might be surprised to hear me say this, but if you're one of my grads that's going to be graduating in like a month or two, don't put this stuff on your demo reel yet, because studios, it's all about revisions. You're hired for your ability to make revisions. And if you just know how to upload something to the cloud and then you get whatever you get back and you can't do anything with it, then you're not really that hireable. Okay, so for my students, and one last plug here, go to scan this QR code and take one of these postcards with you, and you can see the videos that led up to the different pipeline stages to what I showed tonight. And with that,